Alright, so next I'm going to talk about something really simple. This is a bag that I like to call my Upland Game Bag. I use it primarily when I'm hunting birds and squirrels, things like that. Anything that I'm going to hunt with a .22 rifle, 410 shotgun, and to some extent my single-shot 12 gauge. I don't hunt much more with anything outside of those. I'll pheasant hunt some with a 20 gauge, and for that I normally wear a game jacket with a game bag on the back. But when I'm out in, especially back in Illinois, where it's legal to hunt with a .22 rifle, in certain counties in Virginia it's not. So back in Illinois I do most of my squirrel and rabbit hunting with a .22 rifle. I carry this bag. It's a European canvas bread bag. It's a reproduction made by Miltech, and really dirt cheap bag. So I have no issues with the modifications that I make to it. I've left the shoulder strap on this one. In the past I've had another bag very similar to it, actually the exact same design, but it was more of a wax canvas, which this will probably get waxed or oiled at some point in time. That with the additional hook points on it, here, and here, you can take a set of LC1 Alice suspenders and hook onto this and make it more like a lumbar bag of some kind. It'll sit lower back. Really comfortable bag to carry like that also. But because I'm not carrying a lot of weight in it in any way, shape, or form, I've just left the shoulder strap. On the shoulder strap, I've got a series of shell loops that I sewed on. There's 6 that fit 410 shells, and there's 10 that fit .22 long rifle shells. So it just gives you some extra ammunition storage there. Inside the bag, I'll normally raid my other hunting and camping equipment to get it. I've got one of the heavy-duty survival blankets. You know, it's Mylar on one side, it's OD green on the other. There's a sleeve pocket in the back of the bag where I slide that in. Inside the bag, I'll carry, normally it's fairly empty. Today I've got the rest of the box of 12 gauge, 7.5 shot game loads that I brought out to plug some tree rats. I just threw the bit cover for the axe in there. Because I was wearing my other pack, I don't like to keep my Leatherman on my belt when I'm wearing the pack, but since this bag was over my shoulder and staying on me, even when I dropped the pack, I went ahead and threw my Leatherman, and it's got a ferro rod and mag bar in the sheath, thanks to JD over at River Rat Survival. And then just a shopping plastic bag, because I have had dead game bleed through this bag. So I keep a little plastic bag watered up in the bottom. When I take game, I throw it in, throw it back in the bag, keep it from bleeding through. Now on the front, there is a covered pocket, 3 buttons that I sat down and added some stitching to. This pouch over on the far left, my right as you're looking, or my left, your right as you're looking at it, I'm sure, fits an Altoids 10. This 10 actually has Altoids in it because I was traveling with my bigger kit, but you'd be able to put a small fire kit or something like that, an Altoids 10 inside it. Then I stitched in shell holders here to keep them organized, keep them from falling over, for 12 gauge shells. That whole thing buttoned shut. I generally will just do like the center button if I button it at all, just to make it so it's easy to get in and out of. On the outside of the bag, I've modified the inside with a pair of quick release clips just to make it so that if I do have it stuffed full, I can throw that on and kind of protect the edges from moisture and stuff getting in from the outside. I've got a Condor knife and tool. I'm pretty sure this is the Bushman. And I have taken a 1/2-inch drill bit and lightly bored on either side, so it doesn't matter which side you grab, a spot to use it as a bearing block if you're making a bow drill saw. Great knife for not a lot of money, and all I've done to attach that is these are double-sided Velcro like cord ties or wire ties for cleaning up computer wires and stuff like that, and I've run that through some of the strap points on the side. It stays right on the outside of the bag where I can get to it, and actually tightened up where I was able to tighten down a little bit the way that the knife stays in, and it's pretty good retention. Then the last thing, I keep a piece of just cotton. This is just printed cotton. I use it generally when I black powder hunt, which I will carry this as my black powder bag also. I empty it out, I take all this 12 gauge shells out, and I've got a couple speed loads that fit in there. and then all my powder and accessories go inside the bag. But this gives me, if I'm shooting ball, I've got this to cut patch material off of, or if I'm just swabbing, I can use this to cut patch material off of, so it just gives me a spot to tie that. So, real inexpensive bag, good kit, you can load in. If you are going to be out for a long time, I normally upland game hunt just a couple hundred yards away from the car, and usually not far from the house really either. If you needed to, you've got plenty of room for a water bottle, some cordage, and any other things that you might want to throw in. But it's a good little bag with some real simple modifications that can be made, so you can make it the way you need it to be made and use it for the way you need to use it. Thanks again for watching. Let me know if you want me to see if you want me to do anything else, you want to see anything special on any of these videos, and I'll see what I can do. Thanks again.